I'm Shakira from the Picture Framing Shack. This is Toby, and today we're going to talk about stretch bars and canvas stretching. So occasionally we'll have a phone call from a customer asking for a quote for a canvas stretch. And a few people have attempted to go down to the hardware store and pick up some timber to stretch the canvas themselves. But there is a bit of difference between the stretcher bar that professional picture framers use as opposed to the timber that you would get from a hardware store. So these are quality pine frames. The main difference is this sloping front of the stretcher bar. So it's not a flat or square piece. It's actually sloped to the front, which means that the canvas is wrapped around this outside edge. When it is stretched, it means that this inside edge has no pressure on the canvas whatsoever. So if we were to frame a canvas or stretch a canvas with a square piece of timber, this inside edge would actually poke through the canvas over time. So both of these stretcher bars are tapered in to the middle so that this inner edge doesn't poke through your canvas. So a lot of our customers come in with canvases that needs to be stretched. Sometimes these might have been bought online or on a vacation. So we do get a lot of canvases from Bali. So usually the canvases are flat or rolled up and they need to be stretched onto a timber frame. So we have two size stretcher bars that we stretch the canvases onto. So we have the narrow and the slightly chunky one. Anything over 1 metre, we recommend this larger stretcher bar. So it does look great on the wall presentation wise. Otherwise, sometimes we need to use this narrower stretcher bar because the canvas doesn't allow us to use the bigger one. So what happens is we make up the timber frame and we wrap the canvas around and staple it to the back. And then we have the finished frame. Once the canvases have been stretched, an outer frame can be applied, and this can be done in two different ways. There's the traditional float frame or L-shaped frame or box frame, so it's got a few different names, can be applied to the outside. So if we looked at it with the stretcher bar, the stretch canvas would sit in there, and there's usually a 3 to 5 millimetre gap. So here's one that has been stretched. So just a blank canvas as an example with a float frame applied to the outside. So this one is a raw oak frame, but you can also get them in different finishes, blacks, timber colours, metallics as well. The other way that you can frame a canvas is with a regular picture frame. So just say we were using the smaller shaped stretcher bar, we can then just apply the outer frame directly onto the canvas. So at the side, all you see is the frame and that's stretched like that. If we had the larger stretcher bar, we could use a deeper frame to cover the side of the canvas. So that's how that would look. So this one is a photo printed onto a canvas. So it's been stretched and then had a silver outer frame applied. So if we have a look at the back, there's the stretcher bar with the silver frame attached to the outside. So there is a couple of different ways that we can frame your canvas.